What's up guys, Model Buses 98 here, and I'm pleased to be taking a look at another selection of buses. Now, this is quite a relevant selection of buses in my opinion. They are all Enviro400MMCs released by Northcord Model Company. Now, all of these are models they're ordered in placement of which was released first and which was released last. Now we're awaiting some more, and this isn't all of them. This isn't all of the MMCs. There is one that I've missed out, the first Bristol one, but I was already stretching it a bit at 7 MMCs, and there's one special one which I do want to talk about when we get to it. Anyway, without any further ado, we'll start taking a look at them. So the first MMC we're taking a look at today is Go Ahead London's EH108, depicted on Route 14 to Warren Street. This represents quite a general bus seen around London. There are around 300 of them, if I'm correct, in real life. They operate through several different depots, and they're all relatively similar. Part of the reason I like this model is it's just very simple, really. You've got this very nice look to the side. I like the way they've put advert areas. You also have the rear, which also has advert areas, and of course the side. This makes for a realistic effect. In terms of build quality, all of these MMCs definitely hit the nail on the head. They look very well built. I cannot comment on the paintwork as it's too early to comment on whether the paintwork is good or not. I personally think they've done a very good job, and a very neat job, to be honest. As the first MMC to be released from the range, this was definitely a wise choice. 1500 made. I've seen a lot of people have bought these for their collections, and to be honest, why wouldn't you? For a London fleet, this really suits it, especially for a London general fleet. I know several people who have gotten a couple of these to put in their fleet, so without a doubt, this is definitely one of my favourite ones from the selection of buses. Now, I'm aware a couple of people do complain that only London models are released. I've seen comments on some Facebook posts and they go, oh, we don't want the same old London stuff over and over again. Well, Northcord did not waste any time with that, and they went straight on to National Express West Midlands vehicles. They're releasing another one, actually, UK Bus 6508 A and B destinations. It's coming out in a month or two. I'll review that when it comes out. I think they did a very good job of depicting this again. The paintwork has a very nice metallic look, and there's a nice sort of gold rim going round. National Express West Midlands. Yellow mirrors make for a very nice touch as well. There are advert spaces which are more vague but still noticeable. On the inside, it's a nice touch that they have red bars, and of course, as per the EH108 model, this model is very well executed indeed. I'd certainly be saying this model is also one of my favourites. Now, I've never actually been to the West Midlands before. I've seen pictures of this vehicle online, and I'm sure that this executes it very well. One particular note to add is the Route 50 branding. This is a rather nice touch by Northcord. Yeah, definitely like this. This is all going very well. The front as well has adverts, so anyone that lives in the West Midlands will no doubt like this model. And the RRP of both the first two models when they came out was £39.99. Now, we've discussed this before, or at least, sorry, not the RRP is £39.99, but they are easily purchased at £39.99 from various operators. And everybody can say, oh, this is expensive and that is expensive. I personally think this is a reasonable price, seeing as it takes a lot of effort to release a model. So I think Northcord are along the right lines with this. Once again, moving to the London batch, we have this Stagecoach London MMC. Now, this represents 10347 SN16OLO. Now, once again, I have actually seen this bus. This bus is depicted on Route 498 to Brentwood. I think I saw it on the Route 498. The inside, once again, they've kind of hit the nail on the head with this model. The whole look of the model is very realistic. The Stagecoach logos, of course. If I had one qualm, if I had one qualm, I'm not sure if this is incorrect or correct, but the Stagecoach logo at the front seems to be ever so slightly off. That's not a complaint, that's just a pointer. Maybe it is correct. Again, I notice a lot of vehicles in real life can have off-center logos, so this might be a realistic thing. Once again, they kind of get the look spot on with this model. The front lights, the mirror arms of the mirrors, which are yellow, and the blinds also look quite realistic. If you look at it to the side here, you can sort of see it's slightly in, which does make it look more realistic than some of the Corgi versions. Not to have a dig at Corgi, just a pointer that it does look more realistic on the MMCs. And I haven't actually mentioned the wheels yet. The wheels also look very realistic. So there are occasionally some models where the wheels can ruin the look of the model, which is a shame, but definitely not in this case. I think it looks great. Another example here is just the rather nice exhaust. I believe these are E40Ds and not the hybrid variant, such as EH108 here. And because of that, it's a smart hybrid. I'm not sure. I'm not a mechanic, so somebody will have to correct me on that. Moving swiftly on, we're also moving away from London again. Now, this is something I'm sure a lot of people are interested in. It's without a doubt, something I'm interested in. I actually have 2 or 3. This is the UK Bus 6504 Stagecoach Oxfordshire MMC, and it looks stunning, quite frankly. It's absolutely superb that it's in the Stagecoach corporate livery. This is a really nice touch, and I hope they make more corporate livery vehicles. This is perfect for modelers because there's no badging on the windows yet, and you can really depict it as any vehicle you want, really, because there's no branding. It's just it's Stagecoach, really. In Exeter, we have some, and they don't have any branding. We have some with branding, but main ones don't. 66 plate ones don't. So really, this is a must-have for anyone who likes Stagecoach. Once again, they got the look spot on with the paintwork and the way the model kind of sits flush, really. Perhaps one of my only qualms, people have said, okay, the real vehicles are like this. So let's say that it isn't Northcord, but I think that the side logo looks far too wonky. And this is a bit of a shame, really, because it just makes the model look slightly more tacky than it should. However, for me, it doesn't detract from the model. And it's up to the original buyer, whether they prefer that or whether that annoys them enough. Certain various details also impress me. We take contactless. I like the way that looks. The blue on the white kind of looks very nice. Orange bars inside also. And then all the detailing on the back. You know, this is just kind of standard stuff, but really adds to the model overall. Now, coming up next, we have a bus that does actually run through London. I've seen this running through London before. This one is Reading Buses 758, which represents YX64VRU. As mentioned, a couple of models just have kind of spot-on looks, and this one does. I think that the general look of the model is really good. I personally quite like the look of the swoosh here. I do apologise for the siren in the background. Nothing much that I can do about that. And off it goes. I like the look of the Green Line Express, although it is a bit wonky, which is a shame. I don't know if anyone can make that out on video. It's just a bit of a shame that some of these things do happen on these models. I do think, though, however, I really commend Northcord for getting out and making these models. I'm really happy to have them. And to be honest, I don't really care. I think all buses have imperfections in real life, so I'm the sort of person that would say it doesn't really bother me. I I don't get bothered about tiny scratches on my buses. I don't notice scratches. Now, we then go on to a rather interesting bus, which has no fleet number and no number plate. This model is a standard white Enviro400MMC. Now, just to make it absolutely clear, this model was not actually released as a production model. This model is a private commission and is one of only 36 made. I paid a fortune for this. Not too much, but I think more around, just to give you a rough figure, probably nearly double what I would pay for a standard Enviro400MMC. To be honest, it is a bit of an odd looking model. I mean, no fleet numbers, but something kind of special about it. It doesn't represent any real vehicle in the sense of there's no number plates, there's no fleet number. It just has the 702 blinds because they use the Reading buses model. It's the same length. Yeah, very interesting. If you can ever get your hands on one, then I guess good luck. But I think there's one on eBay for £150, nearly double what I paid for it again. So I probably wouldn't advise paying £150 for it, but I certainly think it's a nice addition to a fleet if you can get your hands on one. And it's definitely perfect for people doing Code 3s. That is, if you want to spend that much money doing a Code 3. And now finally, today we are looking at the UK Bus 6507. There are A and B versions of this, and this is the Blue Star Enviro400MMC. Once again, this is just a nice touch of a modern livery on a modern bus, represented very well, I must say. Particular attention to detail in the stars, I like that really. Interesting on the real vehicle how the side destination blind is on this side, and it's so far down the middle, so that's very interesting indeed. Once again, they just have the recipe really. It just looks really good. Kind of gets the look of the model spot on, and I definitely don't have a single problem with this model. Same score would go for it, 10 out of 10 really. Perhaps one of my only qualms with all of the models, and this isn't just to have an endless list of qualms, this is just for people who do notice these sorts of things. They are not very secure in their boxes as the older Enviro 400s. So be very careful when you're buying one in a shop. Just be careful, make sure it's secure. I had one, I haven't got it here. I got rid of it, but there was one where the tree deflector had come loose because it was loose in its box and it had scratched the roof. So it's worth checking out for these sorts of things. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. Any likes or comments are massively appreciated. It took quite a lot of time to make this video and to get the perfect lighting, even though it's still not perfect. And I appreciate there are a couple of moments where it just went a bit glitchy. Apologies for that. But anyway, I hope to see you in the next video. Hopefully this video has been somewhat insightful to you. If you're interested in more videos of model buses, there are indeed more videos. There's a playlist of some sort. Let me know if you need any links. And anyway, I will see you in the next video then. Bye for now.